Thank you for joining us on another episode of Talk Time on Lugard TV. I am your host, Emmanuel Adeoju. Today, we're focusing on technology, youth empowerment, and the future of work in Kogi State. In the studio today, our guest is Mr. Yomi Odunsi, founder of TECHEFIKO, a non-profit organization driving the Confluence Tech training program, which is building digital capacity among young people here in the state. From cybersecurity and AI to blockchain and beyond, well, the goal is simple: equip our youth with the skills they need to thrive in a fast-changing world while advancing the sustainable development goals. Thank you very much for joining us today, Mr. Yomi.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing, sir?
Very well, thank you.
Can you please briefly introduce yourself to us?
Okay, I'm Yomi Odunsi, founder of TECHEFIKO. We are everywhere, but right now we'll focus on our presence here in Kogi State.
All right. Can you please tell us about TECHEFIKO and what inspired you to start it?
Okay, so TECHEFIKO is a tech consultation and edutech company. And what inspired us is actually the need to actually develop a broader tech-savvy youth or younger generation. And it's very simple. A country that wants to grow needs to actually have a tech-savvy growing generation. And what's best? Nigeria has one of the largest demography of youths. And let's say, not just Africa, but the Black continent. So that's why we're targeting youth to make sure that they actually understand everything tech and how to actually drive tech to become self-empowered.
Okay. Where there's a Confluence Tech training program that is about to come up, and can you tell us about the vision behind it and what makes it unique to Kogi State?
Okay. So what makes it unique? Let's start from this. I would say Confluence Tech, the name and its name itself. Kogi is the Confluence State. So that's birthed Confluence Tech. And Kogi State has something that's very, very peculiar. It has the highest number of border states. It's bordered by 9 states and the Federal Capital Territory making 10. So that makes it a very good place to have a tech hub. So what we're trying to do now with Confluence Tech is to actually develop the teaming youths we have here, give them the tech knowledge they need for us to build a tech hub in Kogi State.
All right. Mr. Yomi, how long have you been in Kogi State?
3 years and counting.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you've been in Kogi State for a while, and we'll see that. How many youths have you been able to reach so far, and what are some success stories you can share?
Okay, I can't give a specific number of youths, but I can say it's well over 10,000.
Wow.
We actually go to NYSC camp for orientation, and we talk to at least 1,500 core members. We've been going to NYSC camp for like the past 3 years. Beyond that, we conduct Catch Them Younger programs where we go to secondary schools to educate and enlighten the younger minds there. In addition to that, we host boot camps, summer boot camps. Every holiday, we bring these children together, and we have to the tune of about 500. So if you will aggregate this figure, I think we're well over 10,000 right now. And for success stories, when I met them, they were not part of what you will call tech natives. They really didn't know anything about tech. One of them studied linguistics, one studied math. I think the best they know about tech is their phone. But today they are working in a tech startup. That's somewhere I can start from. Beyond, there are a whole lot of others.
I'm well aware you train on areas like cybersecurity, AI, and blockchain. Why are these particular skills important for young people in Kogi today?
So we don't just select the skills to train. What we do is we train on emerging technology. The technology you can take from now, and it will help you from now into the future. So we don't just look at you and say, oh, so a lot of people come to us and say, oh, they want to learn this and learn that. First thing we look at is, how viable is this 10 years from now? That's what we look at. And beyond that, to actually let you understand what our training is like. For example, we look at someone who's maybe a lawyer who feels he or she does not have a field in tech because you're in law. We tell them no. So there is an aspect of tech in every other field or careers out there. So for law particularly, there's something called GRC. That's a whole field in tech that is meant for, that's like law in tech. So if you had studied law, you actually have the opportunity to excel properly in GRC. So that's what we do. We try to look at, so for those who already feel, oh, they're not in the primary tech space, we try to let them understand no matter what you have learned, you can actually find yourself pivoting easily into tech, and it will be easy. And most importantly, TECHEFIKO makes it simple. There's this thing we say, we teach you like you're 5-year-old.
So you're saying that are you this particular tech program, does it cut across everybody, or there's a particular people who are eligible for the program?
Oh no, it cuts across everybody.
All right.
Youths, graduates, working class. In fact, we are inviting government agencies within the state and even outside for them to send representatives down there. So when you come in here, you will get things and skills that you will learn that you can easily take back into that agency that will help you.
All right. In connection to sustainable development goals, which ones are most linked to your work and how are you addressing them?
Okay, so I can say if we can easily look at the 17 sustainable development goals, one way or the others, all 17 has a link to tech. But let me just say, like, maybe the first three or the top three. We look at good quality education. One of the things we're trying to do is, right now, if we look at maybe public schools, for example, there is a limit to the tech or to the exposure of tech these students have. So we try as much as possible to look at them with the Catch Them Younger program when they come for these boot camps. You don't come for boot camp and we still teach you the same math and English you've been learning all the time. Yeah. So we take you outside of that so you understand beyond what you're learning in school, there's actually a whole world out there. That's one. We look at gender equality. Statistically, in tech, you have more men than women. So now we try to target women and girls. So we have the Tech Girls program that we organize here in Lugard to actually encourage the girls to bring themselves into tech and for them to understand that you really don't have to, because particularly if I can mention in one of our boot camps, we had one of the students ask us, but my dad does not know anybody, my mom does not know anybody. How can I, as a girl child, get up there? So we let them understand tech is one place that actually gives you, even from the corners of your room, it gives you everywhere to fly, especially with remote jobs and everything we have right now. So we encourage these young girls to actually go out there, and not just them, everybody generally. Yeah.
That's highly commendable, Mr. Yomi.
Thank you very much.
Of course, we cannot completely say there are successes without challenges. So can you tell us what are the biggest challenges in building digital literacy and how has the support of stakeholders helped?
Okay, the biggest challenge, it's been funding. But now, beyond funding, it's mindset. So, again, I will go back to one of the boot camps. You know, it's a different thing where we are trying to actually host free boot camps. So, like the Confluence Tech, it's free. Wow. The boot camps we host, it's free. Now, we have already put in all of the things we need to put in place for these boot camps to hold. And then we still have to go ahead to convince the parents, particularly a mother told me, oh, you won't teach my son Yahoo Yahoo, basically. So now we're looking at a way to actually even educate and enlighten the parents for them to understand that there's actually more in tech. When you hear tech or you see a child with a laptop, the only thing they can learn with that laptop is not just Yahoo, it's not being a fraudster. There's actually more benefits in doing the right thing with tech, which we call tech for good, than going into fraudster, which is tech for bad. So we're trying to now push out the gospel of tech for good with the parents and the children alike.
All right. Has there been any system put in place to actually evaluate that this training do not go to waste?
Oh, yes. So one of the things we're doing is we follow through with the schools. So we don't just go to a school, organize a single program, and we pull out. So we follow through with them, especially with the SS3 students. We help them make their career decisions. So we find a lot of them who says they want to go into science, but why, they don't know. So beyond just training them or telling them this is what this tech is, this is cybersecurity, we actually guide them. So because one of the things about career selection is passion. And a lot of these kids, if I may say, their parents are not very literate. So they really do not have what it takes to guide them into what they should do and what they shouldn't do. So we help them identify their passion, where it lies within the tech space. And even if it's outside of tech, no problem. We do what we can to make sure that we guide them into selecting the appropriate career path ahead of them.
All right. As much as I wouldn't want to let you go, I would have to let you go. But before you go, if a young person is listening right now and wants to be part of this, how can they sign up?
Okay, so for signing up, there is a WhatsApp group. That WhatsApp group is basically us creating a tech community within Kogi State. The WhatsApp group is not just for them to come there to gist, it's actually for networking. That's first. Now, on that WhatsApp group, we'll be sharing Google Forms. Like I said, the training is free, so all we need them to come with is their writing materials. If you have a phone, fine. If you have a laptop, good. And then 100% attention. Beyond that, I think that's it. The flyers are everywhere. We've been going around sharing flyers, and I'm sure we will be sharing some here too.
Thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you
so
very
much,
much.
Mr. Yomi. It's
Thank you very
been
much.
wonderful being here with you.
Thank you very much.
Well, you've heard from Mr. Yomi Odusi, founder TECHEFIKO, and now on the Confluence Tech training program. The Confluence Tech training program will take place at the Banquet Hall, Government House, Lugard, Kogi State. The date is 19th August to 21st August, and the time is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. We'll be expecting your presence, and that it is on Talk Time on Lugard TV. Until next time, I am Dominion Adeyanju. Thank you for staying with us.